What's up, guys? It is December 20th. The last day of regular or late season muzzleloader was yesterday, the 19th. New York has this special holiday hunt thing, which is also muzzleloader or crossbow or compound or recurve, basically anything other than rifle or shotgun. And that runs from the 26th to the 1st. Last year was the first year. This year's the second year, I believe. Not sure if I'm going to hunt it or not. Wanted to kind of give you an end of the season update. This is the South Food Plot, the new one that I put in. Dog and I just went around looking for some squirrels and scouting because we got some fresh snow just the other night. So, as most of you, I want to make some moves already. And there's nothing like walking around the woods, finding rubs and trails you didn't know were there, and getting the thoughts on what you actually are going to do in the off season. This is the best time to do it, especially with some fresh snow. Had a good year, got a real nice buck and shot a doe. Neither of them in the food plots, which I don't regret planting. But you can see they're still in really good shape. I mean, for the lack of apples and stuff, I thought that might draw them in a little bit more. Maybe it was the lack of apples that didn't draw them in. But my biggest issue is these deer, and both that I shot had bellies full of corn, still have hundreds of acres of standing corn nearby. It's been an extremely wet fall. To the north side of the property, they actually did cut. I don't know when. It definitely wasn't during regular season, but at some point they cut. And still left a bunch, and then obviously I just showed you behind me here, so I think there's been no real reason for them to come out and hit it. I do have deer browsing, grazing through here. So this is 2 years. I've yet to kill a deer over a food plot. I've passed a bunch, so I guess that counts. Last year, if you were paying attention, I wounded one for the first time in a long time with my muzzleloader over the food plot over here. And maybe I'll take that back because I did shoot my doe out of the ground blind way off in the distance. You can see there in the spring plot with the clover. They continually graze that clover far more than they do the beets, turnips, radishes, various broad-leafed substances that took me time to plant. Effort wasn't nearly as bad this year, so I'm going to keep planting into next year unless something drastically changes. And I also ordered a bunch of trees. Not sure exact plan yet, but we're going to do some more chestnuts. Got some persimmons, some sawtooth oak. Look at that, the dog's in the plot, so somebody's using it. And some of them are late dropping varieties, so interested to see how that will go. But you know, I've been waiting on trees because they're a little bit more expensive, they're a little bit more permanent. But with the oaks especially, it's at least 8 years before they start to drop, so got a good deal. Chestnut Hill, I believe, is the outfitter that will ship them to me in the spring. It was a Black Friday sale. I was sitting there drinking coffee in the morning, looking to see what I might want in the future that I could get a good deal on, and just got a little crazy, dropped some of that money. But I think it's going to pay off. So even if I wasted a couple $100, I've certainly blown money on stupider things. But excited to do that. So that'll probably be my last video before we do some frost seeding again in the spring, just like we did last year. That clover chicory doing great, that fusion. And yeah, it'll probably be the next video sometime in March, late February, early April. And then we'll get the trees in and we'll kind of go through that journey. But I hope you all had a good season. Got some meat in the freezer, fulfilled your goals. Most importantly, got some time in the woods, and Merry Christmas.